This is the euro dollar on the 60, and we have an AB equals CD pattern that's completed. And if we drop to the lower time frames, we'll actually see on the 5 range an entry signal, which is a double bottom, and then I used 2618 as an entry. So that's the trade. Let's remove everything off. We'll go through that in a little bit more detail shortly. So let's go out to the dailies, and here on the dailies there's really absolutely nothing. This is just consolidation here for me. Bigger picture is we made a move lower, pull back, lower, pull back, lower, pull back. Still expecting the market to break to the downside, but we've had several weeks of this sideways movement. Let's drop to the 240. Here on the 240 you can clearly see that AB equals CD pattern now coming down into these structure levels, so here and here. Let's go to the 60. So if we just draw this out, so this is an AB equals CD pattern. You can see we've come down there and completed. If we do an inversion, we've gone past a 1618. If we do an extension, we've hit a 1414. So no real fib confluence there, but it isn't really needed for me to get an entry here. We did go oversold at around 15. If we go to the 15-minute time frame, you can see what we did here. I was waiting for a double bottom. This type of formation isn't one for me because this here is consolidation at the top. There wouldn't be sufficient gap here. If we do go to the 5 range, what I did use as an entry is this right here, this retest of this level. There was no RSI confirmation, but what we then did is we violated to the top side, pull back. So you can now look for a 2618 trade. You can see we've hit that 618, and so what I will do is just go back out to the 60. Okay, here on the 60 you can see that the wicks are here, so anywhere in that highlighted area I can look for that double bottom, and you can see it's occurred right at that zone. So if we just bring back on the orders, very simple here. I just play for fib targets, and with that being a double bottom, I've gone just 5 pips below it because it is the euro dollar. And in terms of risk, then we're looking at about 19 pips of risk. Target 1 minus a couple of pips, we're looking at 37, and I will be holding for target 2s up there at around 68. We're back for a little update on the euro dollar, and not a great deal has happened, to be honest with you. We've been pretty much just moving sideways, still in profit, but what I'm looking at here, we put in a couple of long wicks. Doesn't really mean a great deal, to be honest with you. This is just the trade is the trade. Let's have a look. We still have our fib in the correct place. We've not made a new low. That should be 1 pip higher. So that's front running by 3 pips for target 2s, front running by 2 pips for target 1s. And yeah, not a great deal has happened here. So that's the update. And we're back for an update on this trade, and we've now rallied up here and hit those targets. We do have a flag which has also occurred here. So you can see we've got that movement inside there. The problem now is that we've violated the structure level, so unless we pull back, hold this and put in some form of a rejection candle, this has become invalid for me. But we could quite easily pull back here. I'm hoping, of course, that we do just rally up here and get second targets, because euro dollar after all. So it would be a lovely move, this. How much have I just banked on this? Okay, we've banked about 38 pips there. Secondary targets, if we can get up to that level, going to be worth 68. Good morning, we're back on the euro dollar. You may have from my last video seen that I'm having real problems with Ninja. We have just gone now and hit those secondary targets. Total banked on this trade then was 53 pips for target 1s and target 2s. I was front running by 3 pips as you remember, so we've just gone past targets there by a pip. We came close yesterday but didn't quite get there, and what a lovely AB equals CD pattern using that lower time frame entry, the double bottom, which wasn't good enough for me to enter, but we pulled back for the 26.18 and it worked beautifully. Once again the 5 range has really paid dividends here. So once again guys, if you don't work the 5 range, it really is for me quite important to work, because it does give you that different view on price action, and I do an awful lot of head and shoulders using the 5 range as well. So there we go, euro dollar, 53 pips in total for a 2 target winner.